people are pieces. You don't figure out people are pieces of shit. WikiPod. WikiPod. Hey, you got me again. WikiPod. 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 Now it's WikiPod. Woo! We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Another week, another episode of the WikiPod. Unless we've started releasing these bi-weekly, which guy said we might do.
We will be. We're probably gonna shoot to do that next year in 2025. If we make it to 2025.
We're in like some fucking real ass Blade Runner shit. Anyway, I'm PJ.
I'm Guy.
Yeah. What's your favorite scene from Blade Runner?
It's I love Harrison Ford questioning. I can't remember her name.
Doing the Voight-Kampff test on.
I
don't remember the character's name, but it's Sean Young. The actor is Sean Young. That's good.
She's beautiful, and
absolutely.
It was just an interesting that whole movie is just very interesting. And,
I like that one scene where that one replicant who looks like he looks like a garbage man or something. The guy who like looks like totally out of shape with the mustache, where he says to Harrison Ford, he goes, he says, "Look up, time to die." That shit's hard.
Did you like Blade Runner, whatever the new one was called?
I thought the opening scene with Dave Bautista.
I thought that was amazing.
Was incredible.
Yep.
And the rest of the movie was just fucking dull after that. It was boring as shit.
Now,
looked great.
Literally,
looked great.
That is exactly what they said about the original Blade Runner.
It
got the same criticism.
One could make the argument that Blade Runner is a lot more style than substance. I would tend to agree with that. It's not the best movie ever made.
No,
it's good though.
No, but it's fun to watch, and it's interesting.
Well, the thing is, they pick you up at the end. The end is fucking incredible. The Rutger Hauer, the chase and fight between Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer is fucking awesome. It's bitchin', it rocks, it's very tense, it's action-packed, it's really cool. And then it ends with that fucking monologue where he's all like, fucking like, "I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Stars exploding off the ring of Orion."
Yeah, because the replicants worked on the planets.
Yeah, they worked on the outworld planets, and they came back to Earth because they like realized they didn't want to be slaves anymore. And
I know.
Like, we just want to live like people. We just want to have like fulfilling lives. We just want to be free. Yeah, and then at the end of it, he just goes, "All of those memories will be lost, like tears in rain." And much like tears in rain, so goes the episodes of the WikiPod. Which episode is this, guys? Is this 20?
I think this is 21, something like that. 21. We're really
nice.
We're trying to up the catalog.
It can't be an odd numbered one because I picked the episode last week.
Okay, so it's probably 22.
Whatever.
There's a couple bonus episodes that got all screwed up in there. I don't know. There might be some there's like some things that have been changed and done. And
listen, we run a tight ship over here in a lot of ways, but in many other ways, it's kind of a loose ship.
I'm gonna say in most ways, it's like it's loose, very loose butthole.
Hell yeah, and that's what we love around here. Big old.
It's a good time, loose butthole.
It's a good time to have a loose butthole, ladies and gents, because we are about to get fucked by the long dick of reality. And everything's coming crashing down. It feels like a lot of things are crashing down around us, Guy. How do you feel about that?
I feel that way? Like pop stars that I grew up loving are coming out as like rapists.
Speaking of which, how are we doing on Diddy Watch? Did he kill himself?
He's still, as of today, he still hasn't killed himself,
or been murdered,
well,
by the Clinton crime family.
He's definitely,
or the Biden crime family. You know what? A lot of people talk about the Clinton crime family and the Biden crime family. What about the Trump crime family? What's going on?
I mean, they're definitely a crime family, but it's like
what crimes do they commit though?
Like fraud mostly.
And probably like fashion crimes.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's like they're kind of like they want to be put in the same like level as the Clintons and the Bidens and the Obamas, but
what, not enough sex islands?
They're just not they're not like they're like not cool enough, I guess. It's funny.
I mean,
they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, this is an apolitical podcast, but apolitically speaking, it seems like Donald Trump's biggest folly his entire life is like he's been trying to create this public persona as like the world's richest man, like as a title. You know,
I don't think it's even that. I think he
but
wants to be.
But what I'm getting at is that because that's like his whole brand, like that's his branding. That's his attempt at branding. Actual high society looks at him as sort of this garish, sort of like obscene, boorish ghoul, and judge him very harshly. And I feel like he's always had a chip on his shoulder because he's a lot like. I feel like that's why he gets along with so much with people like Dana White and Vince McMahon, who are kind of seen. They are members of the upper echelon, but at the same time, they're sort of seen as this sort of like obscenity.
Yeah, they're not like they're. It's weird because like I get exactly what you're saying. Like, if there are 600 like elite families that rule pretty much the known world,
right?
Of those 600, like the Trumps probably rank 599 or 600.
Yeah, they're low.
Like, they're like the lowest one. And
right.
If there is a caste system for the elites, they're in the lowest version of that caste.
And they kind of get looked down upon because they're buffoonish. They're silly
because
they're silly people.
They have the money,
and that's how out of his sort of public sphere of influence, he was able to craft this political identity as being like a political outsider,
like
even
an everyman.
That's how he was able to successfully appeal to working class people, and that's also because there's such a lack of proper education in this country in terms of his historical and political context, but also because there's just a severe lack of class consciousness in general, and people don't understand. There's a lot of shit where people honestly like throw around words like the middle class as if that's actually like a real thing.
It
doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's not a real thing. This is an apolitical podcast too. We should probably get onto categories, guy.
Class consciousness is apolitical. That
should be.
It is.
Should be. It's a matter of social science.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like
I just don't. Anyway, categories.
Put the stinger in.
If
you hear the stinger,
if you heard it, good for you, because that means
good
that
for
I did
you,
something.
guy, and thank you for actually doing it.
Yeah,
even though I put pretty much all of the responsibility of this podcast on you, I feel like I kind of came up with the idea a little bit.
You definitely came up with the idea.
I mostly stole the idea from like probably some other podcast I was listening to.
The best art is stolen.
Thank you. We love steal, and here we are pro theft and
anti-cops.
Pro category. My category this week that I'm going to pick, guy, is going to be it's going to be a local municipality for an Eastern European country.
Oh wow, that's pretty broad actually, and that will. You know what? Those have come up in the past, actually.
I feel like we've gotten things that are sort of like that, and that sort of like banality is sort of like kind of what our like bread and butter is. Well, last week, what was it? We did a novel, right?
We had a novel last week.
Yeah,
it was a feminist novel.
Have you read it yet?
No, not yet. But
You've had a whole week and you haven't read the book.
It was a work of I guess it's a work of historical fiction.
Yes.
But it does not have like. One of the criticisms from some asshole critic from the 1800s was that
proto-incels.
Yeah.
We're just like, this book's unbelievable because women aren't interesting. Which, I mean, fair, you know. You always hear them like, you know, blah, 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 blah. I went to the store and I bought shoes. It's like, I don't shut up. If you're a woman and you're listening right now, do us a favor. First off, thanks for shutting up long enough to actually listen to some men speak for once. I'm sure that's something that you don't have to deal with ever, is men speaking. I'm being sarcastic, guy. Guys actually looking inquisitively like, actually, I'm pretty sure that's something women have to deal with on a minute-by-minute basis in this world.
But what I'm actually thinking is I'm trying to think back, because like for my category,
yes.
I'm going to pick specifically male authors.
Nice.
The reason being is I think on the Wikipod we have yet to actually have a male author.
You're right. We had the Silk Girl one.
That was a Keon or something.
Yeah, that was a German broad, and then we had A. Rawlings,
Rawlings, yes,
hero of the pod, A. Rawlings.
One of the heroes.
Yeah,
She's on the Mount Rushmore of this pod.
Yeah, part of the political campaign of an iceberg. Shout out,
Sick.
Rocks. And we had last week's episode, which was some French British chick who was like
Bernie.
Francis
Bernie.
Thank
she
you.
wasn't French.
Your memory's a lot better.
She was English, but she had a French husband with 7 names.
Nice. Yeah. Fuck French dudes. Pick 3 names. 3 names tops, and then like a suffix. Guy, are you officially a junior?
No.
You're not.
No.
Even though you have the same. Do you have the same middle name as your father?
I don't have a middle name.
No middle name. Does
No.
your dad have a middle name?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Then you're technically not a junior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not named after my dad. Do you know the story of my
I know.
birth?
We've told the story on the podcast.
Yeah.
Your dad saw you and he wanted to call you. It wasn't Spike. Spike's pretty dope.
Yeah. But then they called me Guy, not after him, just because I looked like a little guy.
I'm pretty sure I heard a story that my dad wanted to call my oldest brother Rocco, and my mom refused. Rocco's a pretty solid name for a bloke.
I kind of like that name, actually.
Rocco's. Wait, you could technically pick a middle name. What if you made your middle name Rocco?
I don't want to.
Why not, Guy
Because
Rocco?
I want to get rid of my last name. I just want to have the mononym.
You want to be like Madonna?
I want to be like Madonna,
I'm Guy.
but one syllable.
Nice. That's sick. You also want to be a sovereign citizen too, right?
No.
You know about sovereign citizens?
No, I have no
Oh,
idea.
you don't?
No, is that
They're the kind of annoying people that always post videos on the internet.
I know exactly
where
what you're talking.
they get pulled over and they crack the window like a fraction of an inch, and they just go, "Do you know how fast you were driving today?" He goes, "I was traveling.
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I'm a sovereign." And they have
but your
homemade
car's on fire, man.
Yeah,
like we're
yeah.
just
They have
we're,
like homemade
this-
license plates and shit,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "No, I do not understand my rights because I do not stand under." And they're very like literally literal. Like they take language very literally. It's
They're
kind of like
also
the way
the wrong people. They're
yeah,
just
you know
that,
how like Terrence Howard, like all of his rants are just based off of a misinterpretation of language, and how he just says everything literally.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Terrence Howard's penis?
No.
Micro penis. It's like G.G. Allen level. There's a movie where he's naked, and he like clearly didn't get fluffed up at all. He's sporting a nubbin.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, that's probably why he's so stupid. Is because he's got a tiny dick. As a tiny dick man who's also very stupid. Anyway, Guy, you're picking the episode this week. Wait, what did I say? I said Eastern European municipality.
Yeah. Yes,
and you picked
a male author.
Male author. All right.
Just because I feel like we're due.
We are due. Yes.
And I don't want to read.
Fuck reading.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, no. What's wrong? What'd you do?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What'd you do?
Dude. All right. It's hard to read.
That's fine.
Pomacentrus.
What?
Grammorhynchus. All right. I'm going to have to spell this out.
Please.
P-O-M.
Wait, sorry, what?
P-O-M.
P-O-M.
A-C-E.
P-O-M-A-C-E.
N-T-R-U-S.
N-T-R-U-S.
G-R. Oh, this is a space.
Space. G-R.
G-R-A-M-M.
Oh, is it pomacentrus grammorhynchus?
I think so.
Is this it? I'm holding my phone up to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, God. What have you done?
Dude, that word, the blue spot damselfish, is a damselfish species described by Henry Weed Fowler.
My man Henry Fowler smoked so much weed that he took on the middle name Weed. That should be your middle name.
Yeah, in 1918,
keep your last name. Get your middle name to be Weed. Yeah. It'll be Guy Weed.
In 1918, pomacentrus, whatever.
Pomacentrus, you had it.
Yeah, PG is part of the genus Pomacentrus and the family Pomacentridae. Dude, this is a fish.
And you're a fish guy.
I am an expert in fish.
Are you wearing the fish guy pants?
Yes, I am.
Nice. Shout out my fish guy. You should look him up. If you're who's your typical clientele? Restaurants?
Restaurants.
Nice. If you're a restaurateur and you're listening and you're interested in a small business fishmonger who will work with you on a very personal level, very professional level, and be in there and be at your beck and call and suit your needs, hit up my fish guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I know virtually everything about commercial fish.
So now that you're an official sponsor of the podcast, can you please give me some money?
I'm gonna try.
Thank you. Pay me for that. Okay, we have a sponsor. Woo!
Right. Yep, we have a sponsor, and here's the other thing. Oh, dude, I can write off this equipment because I'm using it to advertise
for your business.
Exactly.
To advertise your business.
Exactly.
Wait, so you made a business to advertise your business? That seems like a conflict of interest.
Fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
We're living in Trump's America, folks.
Yep.
It doesn't matter anymore. Just write everything. Also, cheat on your taxes as much as possible. Dude,
apparently
the next
you're
4
supposed
years
to cheat on your taxes.
Yes, you are. That makes you smart. But seriously, the next 4 years,
that doesn't make me a cheater. That makes me smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, she walked him right into that.
Of course she did.
Dude,
we're talking
moron.
Hillary Clinton over here, right? Listen, ladies, if you're listening real quick, just plug your ears real quick so you don't hear me say this. What a dumb bitch. Fuck Hillary Clinton. What a fucking asshole. Fuck her.
Bill's not fucking her, so.
Yeah, because he's too busy having sex with children on fucking Jeffrey Epstein's island. Bill Clinton's also a piece of shit. Also, you want to know who else is having sex with children on Jeffrey Epstein's island? Fucking Donald Trump over there. He was doing that shit too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fuck all of them. Fuck the whole lot of them. This is an apolitical podcast for a reason, because they're all a bunch of fucking scumbags.
You think P. Diddy was too?
Most certainly.
You think P. Diddy has his own island?
Absolutely. It's called New York. He's the king of New York, baby.
Oh, shit.
Manhattan.
You're totally right.
That's his little St. James is Manhattan. Yep.
I don't
know. You know why he
did.
He did 9/11. You know why?
Whoa.
That's where all of his underage sex slaves were being stored. He had to destroy the evidence.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We didn't do a Diddy watch, but I'm pretty sure he didn't kill himself yet.
I think we already did. We did do a Diddy watch.
No, we did Diddy watch in the last.
We
week.
didn't do Diddy watch.
No,
we didn't do Diddy watch. But did we do Diddy watch this week on the Diddy dot? Diddy didn't do. Diddy does Diddy do da dee Diddy la da da.
Gotta
Diddy
go.
da do da Diddy da
United we
do
stand,
da Diddy da
separated we
do
fall.
da do da Diddy da Diddy da do da Diddy da do da Diddy da do da do. Hey, oh, Diddy didn't do it. Diddy didn't do it, but he did it.
Diddy definitely did it, but he didn't kill himself.
Diddy did 9/11, everybody, and then I say, and I feel sometimes where's to go. And Sean Puffy combs his hair, pedophile, and he's going to jail because of it. Or is he going to jail for trafficking of age women? I don't know. I don't follow the story.
I don't know.
And I'm feeling
like Cuba Gooding Jr. was at all of those sex parties.
Pomacentrus, grammorhynchus, scientific classification.
We got a table. It's pretty easy.
Domain eukaryote, kingdom animalia, flower. This is bringing me back to the first episode.
Yeah. This is probably this, dude. You know, I'm pretty sure.
Can we do the rest of this episode in chin rock voice?
Wait, is that what it's called?
Voice. We just gotta say it like we're Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots.
Would the cumbersome guy be that too?
We can do it like that too. I've decided I'm doing it. No, that's embarrassing.
I want to right to do right to cumbersome.
I don't know that one.
I have become 3 Days Grace.
I don't know them. Is that what 3 Days Grace sounds like?
Yeah, I think so.
They sound like Clutch.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know
what
Clutch sounds like.
You don't know Clutch?
No.
I feel like you would really like Clutch because they have like good guitar tones. You're like a guitar tone
I love
guy.
guitar tones.
Yeah, they do like Southern rock kind of stuff.
I don't like Southern rock though.
I know they have a song that's like Choco Taco. I
like Choco Taco.
I learned that from the Axe to Grind podcast. Shout out Axe to Grind. Shout out Bob Shed.
Bob Shed rules.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite people.
Does Bob listen? Is he
I think he might. I don't know. I was talking to him the other day at the Infest show. I saw Jeff TDT. who's also
Nice.
the man.
Shout out Jeff TDT.
Dude.
Please become a sponsor. We know that you do well.
I want so his wife Kelly, a wonderful
Shout
woman.
out Kelly. Kelly rocks.
Kelly rocks. She has a list of Jeff-isms. Things that Jeff says. And I just want the list. I gotta text her and get the list.
Is one of them, here's the thing.
Yo, a lot of them start with that. But one of them was coming is just confetti of the soul.
Shout out.
It was just like
shout out. Is this something that Jeff would want to have broadcasted?
Blew my mind. I don't know. He was talking to me about it, but
it seems like it's a very personal conversation.
I don't know.
Being broadcast.
You know, there are a few people that I can talk to, like I talk to you, where we're like just like aimlessly, like craziness, like just boom, boom, boom. Jeff is one of those people.
Totally.
Because he's super,
he's a great conversationalist.
He also knows so much about, mostly music, but also everything else.
Working at TDT was, really, some of the best times of my life.
I wish I worked with you. Because I did work there
You did work there for a little bit,
yeah. For a whole year.
For listeners who are uninitiated, TDT screen printing and design is sort of like you ever see that movie, the Lot? It's about a parking lot I think it's in Charlottesville, Virginia, where it's just like a bunch of people just kind of wind up working there, and they wind up being people of consequence within the indie rock community. I think somebody from Yola Tango worked there or something like that. But TDT is much like that, and it's sort of one of the undersung places of hardcore lore, I think, just in the history of hardcore in general. Because you have people groups from Tear It Up working there, Trash Talk worked there for a while. Who else?
Staring Problem,
of course. Nightbirds. I got that job through my connection.
For Brian. Science was there for a
Science,
little bit.
Sure. The Ergs.
Yep.
Who else worked there? Just if you're in any way, shape involved in hardcore, you probably have
Bob Shed worked there for a while.
Bob Shed worked there for a long time. You probably have at least 2 or 3 degrees of separation from TDT if you're at all involved in New York.
You
hardcore.
also own a shirt that definitely was printed at TDT.
Absolutely. If you've liked hardcore since the 90s and you live in New Jersey,
Mongoloids.
Mongoloids ran that shit for a while. It's shout out to TDT Screen Printing and Design. If you want a T-shirt printed, hit them up.
Yeah, also, good people.
Unpaid sponsorship once again of the.
I would, but I can't say enough good things about Jeff.
Cannot say enough good things. Jeff is a real mensch. He's a good guy.
And everybody that works there and that I've ever worked with there, it was like.
I'm sure a couple shitheads worked there for a time.
Yeah. Oh, the Degenerates.
No, it's a joke. We love the Degenerates.
No, I'm just saying that was another band.
Oh,
you just reminded.
You're not saying they're shitty people.
No. No.
I thought that's what you meant for a second. I was like, whoa, guys.
No. But yeah. Anyway. And didn't some.
So where were we? We were at class.
We're at
Actinopterygi order Bleniformes. Family Pomacentrade, genus Pomacentrus, and species is P. grammorhynchus. P. Diddy. No, it's P. grammorhynchus. And binomial name is Pomacentrus grammorhynchus. Fowler, 1918. So we're talking about a fish.
Yeah, I'm super fucking bummed about this because, we get a fish, and it's a stub.
This is most certainly a stub.
It's a horrible stub, and there's no pictures, there's no nothing.
There's nothing about this fish.
It's just,
do you? You're based off your knowledge of fish. What can you tell me about this fish?
Well, it's a damselfish. So
what is help me?
It's like a fish with it's not like an edible fish. So I don't know.
What
much
does it look
about
like?
It.
Do you know?
I think
can you tell?
I think a damselfish, like an angelfish, it's got
it's got wispy sort of. Paint a picture for me. Paint a picture for the listener.
It's hard to. It just looks like a basic fish with and has fins that are kind of like a long dorsal fin that goes across the back side and has it's probably it's. So
it's
if the whole
wavy?
It's a little wavy, but the whole fish could be one color, and then the very tip of it, sort of like a mohawk being dyed, would be yellow or a lighter color. And the same thing with its fins. If the fish was black, it'd have a black fins and then like yellow tips on the edge of them. So
How big is it?
I don't know. I don't know. They're small fish. I think the damselfish are small fish.
So we're saying smaller than like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not.
Or smaller than a slice of bread.
It's funny because like a lot of fish like genetically don't have lifespans, so like they can actually get as big and bigger as long as their environment allows them.
I've heard this.
So
yes.
like certain fish, like not
if you
all
keep
fish
a goldfish in a small goldfish bowl, it'll stay small.
But if you put it in a lake, it'll become a invasive species that's giant, eating up everything else in the lake.
Hell yeah! Shout out invasive species. Shout out the Chinese red lantern beetle. We are pro red lantern beetle here. Do not smash them if you see them.
And what's it called, the spotted lanternfly? That's
what I meant to say. What did I say?
Red lantern beetle.
Whatever.
So spotted lanternfly. Then also like snakeheads, another invasive species.
What's a snakehead?
It's a fish that pretty much can live out of water, and it attacks children.
Oh, what?
Yeah. How
have I never heard of this?
So what happened was, it's a Chinese fish. It's actually a Vietnamese. It's all of East Asia, and they have predators there. But it's also a medicinal fish. The people use it for medicine, like they cook it and eat it for medicine. And
like what kind of what does it do?
It's like it helps you like heal from like they make it into a soup. But
what medicinal cure does it have?
Like flu or whatever.
Oh, nice. Okay. So it's like chicken noodle soup.
But also like it's just I don't have anything specific on it. But what they think happened is because traditionally you would they buy a snake head, they make a soup out of it, they get better, they would buy another snake head and release it as a sign of thanking the fish for
fuck yeah.
But when you do that,
do you have any sort of rituals, guy, as a fishmonger?
I don't.
So, do you have any respect for the fish, or do you see them as like adversaries?
No, I mean I don't respect them. They're not smart. Like they're pretty much they're like vegetables that swim.
You're like if a vegetable lived in the water and had eyeballs.
Yeah, I respect them as a part of the world that needs to be protected and
absolutely
and maintained properly, because the ultimate invasive species is humanity.
Woo! And the USA.
And while I still want us to thrive as a species and be good and do the right things, like I recognize that like we don't do good. And
we're on a path of destruction right now, right?
Not like.
We're making the world uninhabitable for ourselves. Like I feel like, especially with this like most recent election, like the idea of climate change is just like not even being addressed anymore.
I truly believe that we are, and we will be better than what we are doing right now. I think that it is a generational problem. I feel like once the boomers are all dead, that I have faith in the younger generations. The Gen Z will get there.
Joking aside about boomers and Gen Z and
I'm
all
not
this
joking
stuff,
about the boomers.
No, I know you're not, but I'm not either. Fuck them.
They literally
they've ruined the
planet.
They
poisoned their children to maintain their wealth and comfortability.
How do you feel about the idea of a generation and a generational divide being a classist construct?
It's
not a matter, because there are certain
they're one and the same.
Depending on your economic strata, that generational divide sort of doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
No. So the way, so what you're saying is that the elites are making me hate the boomers, so they can. What I will say is that the boomer generation was babied by the billionaires. They love billionaires.
They sure do.
They literally...
They worked harder than me, so they're good. And also people like Elon Musk get seen by boomers as like, oh no, this is a good example of a billionaire. This is a good billionaire.
No.
Even though he's literally the worst.
But I see the problem...
He's not even good at being a billionaire.
I see seriously. Like,
if I was a billionaire, you wouldn't know who I was.
Dude,
this is an apolitical podcast,
here's the other thing.
By the way.
If you
I feel like we can talk about politics as much as we want, as long as I throw in that it's an apolitical
podcast. Yeah, exactly.
I think
this is not political.
People will figure that out by now.
Here's the thing. Everybody wants to go and talk about how, like, this like billionaire dude who he wasn't always a billionaire. He had millions of dollars. Dude, when you have zero risk and infinite money, of course, you're going to throw out a million ideas, and 2 of them are going to work.
You can fail upwards, too. And even if you could fail every single time, and the way that our system is created is that you can fail upwards.
Look
you
at the hyperlink bullshit. What a fucking moron.
And he's not. He's smart like a fox, because what he's doing is he's taking money away from public works contracts. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, all right. So he's siphoning money away
he's doing this whole like Doge thing, like the Department of Government Oversight or whatever.
I don't hate the. I don't.
No. Listen, the reason why he's doing that though is because he is a billionaire. He's only as rich as he is because he gets subsidies from the government.
I understand
for his different bullshit projects that he sells to people.
Yes, but what I will say is there is
it's all a game.
There is a positive aspect to. There is a positive aspect to his he's not doing it on purpose, and I acknowledge that. But
he's good at memes.
Yeah, I know.
He loves memes. Yeah.
Anyway,
he's good at memes.
He's not even good at that shit.
He's good at memes. He makes memes.
Listen,
he posts memes. He's good.
I feel like that Doge thing will attract
it's so based and funny.
He will attract
so
a group of intelligent younger people who are not excited about working for the government and doing good, and because they have such a poor view of government work that his asking them to be there makes them come in, and it might change their minds.
So what do you think of the fact that there already is an apparatus of the federal government that already does what Doge says they're going to be doing?
I don't think it's total bullshit. I'm just saying
already.
It is
also the fact that there's 2 people that are going to be heading it up, him and Vivek Ramaswamy.
I know. Listen.
So they're said they're going to be about efficiency, but they're making
it's already 2 heads is not efficient. It's already stupid. It like makes no sense.
It's all stupid.
But
it's all a joke.
Branding might get people, younger people who are smart, who don't look at the federal government or even state government as a job that is worthy of them. It might get them in, because the problem with all government is that we do not have the best and the brightest working there. We have
I think the problem is that it's all material conditions. Like, that's what the problem is.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's not. It has nothing to do with ideas. Like this whole notion that there's a war of information. Shout out to Alex Jones, a hero of the pod and personal hero of ours,
and the Onion.
And shout out the Onion for buying it out. Onion, we love you. Alex Jones, we love you.
And we love InfoWars, and we are so happy that it will continue.
And we're happy that the right has won the informational war, you know? And it's all going to look like that first scene, the opening scene of Terminator 1 pretty soon. But anyway,
it won't.
Regardless of that, has nothing to do with branding, has nothing to do with ideas, has nothing to do with inspiring people or young people to like do the right thing. It all has to do with material conditions, what people have access to, it's about quality of life and ease of life. And we have resources. There's enough resources to go around to every single person. There
absolutely is.
All scarcity is a product of intentional artificial scarcity.
Yeah, it is all. It's all artificial.
And all these fuckheads that are running around talking about efficiency and all this other bullshit are figuring out new and creative ways to hold back resources from the majority of people.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing. It's there already is wealth distribution. There's wealth distribution from the working class up to the billionaires.
Yes,
and they're very good at it. They're doing a better job at it now by creating this idea that there needs to be a sort of like confluence of ideas or attitudes or whatever the fuck, and it's not about literal material issues. But like, you need to give people shit they need.
I think
that's it. That's that all it
if
is.
You
doesn't matter what you think of it. Doesn't matter what you call it. Doesn't matter what
you put good people into these places. They come in. They're excited for work. You will eventually get what you want. You will eventually.
The only way to get the things you want is with a gun. That's the only way to get it, guy. And that's the Wikipod seal of approval. Go buy a gun.
I mean, you should definitely be buying guns right now.
The time to strap up is now. Get a gun. I don't have a gun, guy. Do you have a gun?
I have a what's called a BB gun.
Ah, dude, I would love a BB gun.
I mean,
I wanted a BB gun so
fun.
bad.
It's a pretty powerful one. It can go through a window of a car.
No shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a shooting car?
What? No, I don't have a shooting car.
Damn. You remember that episode of The Simpsons when Nelson was like, "That's our shooting car. Mom says if there's 3 more payments, it's ours." And he's just like, he's popping it with a BB gun. That shit rocks. BB guns rock. Guns in general rock.
Yeah,
This is an anti-Second Amendment but pro-gun podcast, everybody. Also
I mean, like,
podcast.
I'm a pro-Second Amendment but anti-gun kind of guy. You know what I mean?
I like guns.
Like
I've only shot guns once in my life, and I want to shoot guns more.
I'm saying you
I also want to own guns.
I think you should get guns. I think everybody should own guns. And like that's
Yes.
it. But like
Bump stocks.
Yeah, but like personally, I don't want a gun.
Oh, dude, Bump stocks is a good name for a band.
Bumps.
That'd be a good name for a band. Listener, if you're starting a new band and haven't come up with a name yet, call the band Bump Stocks. That's a good name.
Anyway, so what's it called? We got some references here.
You want to read those this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this real quick.
Thank you.
Alan, GR 1991, Damselfish of the World, Merges published, Mel Germany, 271 page or P, whatever. That's stupid.
Fuck it.
Bigsby FA, Roscove YR, Ortel TM, Nicholas D. Pengiluan, LE, Bailey N, Kirk PM, Burgoyne T, Bailey Oregon G, Orverud D,
Orvald
Dead 2011, Species 2000, and
ISIS.
Itis.
ISIS.
That's not ISIS.
ISIS.
No, there's no T. There's no C. It's just
shout out to ISIS.
It's ISIS. No.
This is a apolitical podcast, but also a pro-ISIS podcast.
I am not pro-ISIS.
You're anti-ISIS?
I just don't.
It's a very controversial take to take,
Jesus
guy.
Christ. Anyway, I don't want to be controversial about fish. Catalog.
Hey, listen, pal. Keep the politics out of it.
Catalog of Life 2011 annual checklist. Species 2000. Reading UK retrieved 24 September 2011. Feroci, Rayner, Paulie, Daniel,
Paulie Daniel.
Pomacentrus, Grammon something. Fishbase, January 2021 version. This Pomacentride article is a stub. You can help Wikipedia by expanding it.
We are not going to expand it, brother.
We will not do that. It's stupid.
Yeah, and this was last edited 3 years ago by Esquelenta. Related articles are Pomacentrus. It was the genus of fishes. Pomacentrus philippinus.
Philippines.
I've never realized that the word Philippines are so close to being Philippines.
It's a Philippine. That's. Oh my god. Pomacentrus literalis.
Philippinus.
Lateralis by Tool.
Oh hell yeah, Tool.
Species of fish.
Yeah.
All right, we.
Oh god.
This episode
sucked. This episode sucked.
It didn't suck that much.
This is a bad one.
I mean, it's not a good. It's definitely not a good one.
I'm just really happy with Philippines.
Philippinus and
Philippines with what?
Philippine.
Philippines.
Like I don't. Oh, man.
All right. Bye everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
bye.
you for listening. I'm PJ.
Yeah,
bye guys.
Fuck the police.